I was peacefully dozing in the car's passenger seat when suddenly my husband Jack forcefully ejected me from the vehicle. He callously compared me to an ATM machine, expressing that if he could access my money, he wouldn't need me anymore. He scoffed at the idea of doing anything special for our wedding anniversary, going so far as to call me an annoying creep. This incident unfolded in a dark mountainous forest, and I found myself stranded on an unpaved road. The elegant dress I had worn in anticipation of a fancy hotel celebration was now in tatters, and I had sustained injuries from the gravel-covered ground. Instead of offering any assistance, my husband simply looked at me and cruelly mocked my pain, reveling in my discomfort. He even chuckled at my expression, savoring the moment. He heartlessly insisted that I find my own way home, leaving me behind. Looking back on this traumatic incident, I couldn't help but berate myself for having trusted my husband so blindly. My name is Layla, and I got married Jack a year ago after meeting him at our workplace. Initially, Jack had come across as genuinely kind, dependable, and pleasant. My mother-in-law, Victoria, had also been kind during our initial interactions, and I had envisioned a harmonious life together after our marriage. However, everything changed just before we tied the knot. I had hoped to strike a balance between my job and household chores, but Jack insisted that I become a full-time housewife, and I reluctantly agreed. As soon as the three of us moved in together after our marriage, my mother-in-law began subjecting me to frequent bullying and demands. She would press me to promptly pay living expenses and handle the purchase of daily necessities such as laundry detergents, soaps, shampoos, and groceries. When I questioned why Jack and I weren't sharing these expenses, she claimed that they had welcomed me into their family as Jack's wife, making it my sole responsibility. She even went so far as to suggest that buying groceries was solely a housewife's duty, leaving me feeling trapped and intimidated. As I tried to avoid her constant complaints, I would move to another room and let out sighs of frustration, feeling uncomfortable every day. Whenever I found myself alone, I would anxiously review my bank statements, watching the savings I had worked so hard to accumulate before marrying Jack rapidly diminish. Witnessing this situation once again, I sink into a familiar sense of sadness. Suddenly, my room door swings open with a loud bang. Startled, I realize it's Victoria, who says, Oh yes, Layla, I need to go out tomorrow. Could you lend me some money? I'm taken aback and ask her to clarify. She casually assumes that it's okay since I have substantial savings. I retort, pointing out that my savings are not limitless, and suggest she work and enjoy her hobbies with her own earnings. As soon as I say this, I realize my mistake. Going against Victoria's wishes will undoubtedly lead to her relentless complaints, creating a huge hassle for me. She quickly responds, expressing disbelief that I would talk to her like that after welcoming me into their family. She demands the money, threatening to kick me out of the house if I don't comply. Victoria snatches my bank book and rushes off, surprising me with her agility despite claiming to be old. She's brimming with energy despite avoiding household chores and imposing them on me. Meanwhile, Jack portrays me as an ideal wife to others, emphasizing my dedication to housekeeping. However, his behavior at home is drastically different. He asks for money for various expenses, like a taxi and lunch, even though he earns a decent income. I confront him about his reliance on my money, but he dismisses my concerns, insisting that I should cover such costs since I'm a full-time housewife. Frustrated, I contemplate divorce, feeling trapped in this situation. However, I struggle to gather the courage to take that step. Then, one day, there's a glimmer of hope. Jack mentions that a celebrity I admire is hosting a dinner show nearby, and he suggests we attend it for our upcoming wedding anniversary. Excited, I eagerly agree, and he asks me to make the reservation for both of us. Sure, he even remembered our anniversary. Despite his tendency to treat me like a housekeeper, Jack has a sweet side deep down. I should learn to be more open-minded and accept him for who he is. So I made a reservation for the two of us and purchased 2 tickets for the dinner show, tickets that didn't require any specific names or information. Obtaining them was a breeze. Finally, the day of the dinner show arrived and I couldn't contain my excitement. I eagerly dressed up, put on my favorite dress, and applied makeup, something I hadn't felt like doing in a long time. Hurry up, we need to leave soon. If we don't leave now, we'll be late, Jack urged. Okay, I'm almost ready, I replied. Just as we were about to head out, Victoria expressed her need to go somewhere as well and asked to join us. Without much time to spare, I agreed, even though I was a bit anxious about any potential issues with Victoria during our journey to the dinner show. I didn't want to waste any more time arguing with them at home, so I reluctantly agreed to have her come along. I took the wheel and started driving. However, after about an hour on the road, Jack made an unexpected offer. "Aren't you tired from all the driving? I'll take over and you can rest next to me," he suggested. Victoria chimed in, encouraging me to accept their offer. "Well, if you both insist, I will rest." "Thank you," I said. We stopped at the nearest gas station to switch seats. I was surprised by Victoria's unexpected kindness. I decided to take them up on their offer and settled into the passenger seat next to Jack, intending to take a short nap. Sometime later, I was abruptly awakened by a jolt and a loud noise. "Ouch!" I exclaimed as I looked around, only to see trees surrounding us. To my shock, I found myself in a forest nestled among mountains. I realized that the loud noise I had heard earlier was the sound of Jack and Victoria closing the car door. Confused, I asked, "What's going on?" Victoria replied, "Well, I decided to enjoy the dinner show today with just my mother without you. As for you, you worthless creep, you'll need to leave the car." Perplexed, I questioned, "Why?" To which Victoria simply responded, "Oh, Layla, you do say the funniest things. The tickets were reserved for just the two of us. Layla, it's your fault for not booking your own ticket." "Well, Jack, let's get going. We're running out of time." "Oh yes, you're right. Well then, see you later, Layla, the helpless housekeeper who's only an ATM to me." With those words, they drove off to the hotel, leaving me behind. I couldn't fathom why they would do this to me. I had always gone above and beyond for them. Did they truly find pleasure in tormenting and bullying me? All the pent-up thoughts and emotions I had been suppressing for years welled up from within. This incident, coupled with the daily challenges I had faced since my marriage to Jack and his mother, brought tears to my eyes, leaving me feeling profoundly sad. Now stranded in the mountains without a car, I felt lost and helpless. However, I had a thought. Well, there's no other option. I wiped away my tears, took out my phone, and called my best friend and colleague, Tessa, explaining my situation and asking for a pickup. "Hey, Layla, are you okay? Hop on the back quickly," Tessa said as she arrived on her motorcycle. "Layla, you've been through so much. Let's give those two a taste of their own medicine. I'll help you every step of the way." "Thank you so much, Tessa. I'm determined to make them pay for all they put me through," I replied. We immediately set off for the hotel, with Tessa leading the way. Along the journey, we discussed our strategy. An hour later, Jack and Victoria arrived at the dinner show venue, eagerly anticipating the night ahead. "I'm looking forward to tonight's dinner show," Jack remarked. Victoria chimed in, "Yes, me too. I wanted to come with you, Mom, since I heard a famous celebrity would be here. It's all thanks to Layla for buying our tickets." As they conversed, the lights suddenly went out and the main stage illuminated. However, the person who appeared on stage wasn't the expected celebrity, it was Tessa. "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. I'll be your MC for this event. My name is Tessa. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the dinner show." With those words, the dinner show commenced. The famous celebrity took the stage, and the audience erupted in cheers. Tessa continued, "Next, please enjoy this clip," as a large screen descended onto the main stage, and a video began to play. The familiar voice on the video echoed, "Oh, Layla, the bill for living expenses came here. Please hurry up and pay it as soon as possible. And please make sure to buy more daily necessities like laundry detergents. Oh, I thought you and Jack were supposed to contribute to the living expenses. What are you saying? We've welcomed you into our home as Jack's wife, and we consider you family, so it's only natural that you should take care of those expenses. Besides, it's a housewife's responsibility to handle the grocery shopping, isn't it? Oh, were you suggesting that I do it? I understand. Hey, Layla, could you please fill up the car with gas? Oh, and don't forget to do the laundry. Layla, could you run to the supermarket and pick up some groceries? We're quite hungry, so please hurry with the meal. Layla, I have plans for tomorrow, so could you lend me some money? It's not a big deal, right? After all, you saved up quite a bit, haven't you? Just give me the money. If you don't follow my wishes, you can leave this house right now, you know." All the images displayed on the big screen depict the daily treatment I received from Jack and Victoria since the time of our marriage until now. Hey, what's currently being shown is absolutely awful. What the heck is going on here? Why is our daily life being broadcasted like this? And why was it even recorded in the first place? Oh, don't ask me. I don't know either. I replied, "Hey, stop this immediately." In reality, I had been frequently discussing my home situation with my best friend Tessa. She had advised me to gather evidence in case of emergencies, so I had been recording the mistreatment I endured on my phone regularly. Of course, I had my phone with me today, so I decided to take this opportunity to share the recordings with the audience. Thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. The clip you just witnessed was recorded by my colleague and one of my best friends who endured such treatment from her own husband, Jack, and her mother-in-law, Victoria, on a daily basis. As Tessa made this revelation, the spotlight shone on Jack and Victoria simultaneously. The audience began buzzing even more. And to think they abandoned and left her in the forest just to attend this dinner show today. How cruel can people be, am I right? I can't believe Jack and Victoria would treat their own wife and daughter-in-law this way. It's truly unbelievable. I feel so much sympathy for her. The entire venue was abuzz with discussions about Jack and Victoria. Thank you all so much for your attention. I'd like to announce today that I am divorcing you, Jack. I want to express my gratitude for everything you both have done for me until now. The audience responded with cheers and applause. Perhaps unable to bear the atmosphere any longer, Jack and Victoria hastily left the venue. How could Layla do this to us? How can this be? Damn it. Afterward, our divorce was finalized and I filed a lawsuit against Jack and Victoria for the emotional distress they had caused me. I packed up my belongings, left our shared home, and temporarily stayed at my best friend Tessa's place. Once the divorce was settled, it became known in our neighborhood and even circulated at Jack's workplace that their routine mistreatment of me had been exposed in front of a large audience. They struggled to find a better place to live on their own, and because of the incident and the ensuing rumors, Jack lost his job. It was rumored that they were now facing financial difficulties and on the brink of bankruptcy. I couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction, knowing that they were both experiencing hardships without someone like me, who had served as their housekeeper and ATM. Thank you so much for your support, Tessa. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're doing well now, Layla. I never should have trusted people like them in the first place. I'm truly sorry for all the stress, and I've learned from my mistakes this time. You don't have to face your troubles alone, you know. That's what friends are for. If you ever need help, you can always count on me. Thank you so much, Tessa. I'm truly grateful to have an amazing best friend like you. Afterward, we discussed the dinner show in great detail. A week later, I informed my former employer about what had transpired and returned to work, as they were eager to rehire me. Tessa and I, both single, decided to share a house and enjoy our lives while searching for the right person.